here with Wolves reporter Mr. Liam Keane. Liam, if you told me that Wolves are going to draw 2-2, I'd be quite happy, I think, especially with that team. And yeah, I'm absolutely devastated. Just put it into words, because I think everyone's in utter confusion.
You and me both.
Strange game.
So it's, what is it? It's 7 minutes past 10 at the time that we're recording this, and right now we don't have a clear answer or image of whether Matheus Nunes was actually offside for the disallowed Toti Gomes goal. So essentially what's happened is he's been given offside, for, the ball's been headed back out to him by Hwang, and the linesman's given him offside. And from the angle we've seen, you see him come off camera onto on camera, and my gut instinct is that he probably is offside. But in 2023, in the biggest and most expensive league in the world, right now, TV commentary are telling us that we don't have the camera angles to prove conclusively whether he is offside or not, and that is an absolute shocker. I mean, I hate VAR anyway. I've been a very vocal hater on the technology. I think it's useless. I think the people who run it are not particularly adept either. And this is just another example of it. I think it's a farce. Whether the goal is off or isn't on, or is a goal, we should know by now. We shouldn't be stood here thinking, what the hell's going on?
But look, it's gone against Wolves at the end of the day. You know, if the linesman keeps his flag down, it's probably a goal.
Probably, yeah.
99 times out of 100, the linesman probably just keep his flag down. It's very marginal. At the other end of the pitch, you got Mohamed Salah, and you can look at Toti Gomes and you can say, well, does Toti head that ball if Salah isn't behind him? Probably not. And yet that goal goes against Wolves again, and that's the frustrating thing. It's time and time again, and you know, Wolves have played fantastic today. They played absolutely brilliantly, and yet I feel like they've been robbed. They've been shortchanged. Lopetegui's going mental down there. He's seen the replay, so it's
his press conference will be very interesting.
Very interesting.
He obviously doesn't want to get a fine, but at the same time, he is going to be seething with what's happened. And you mentioned the Toti Gomes and Salah goal, and that one isn't VAR's fault, albeit I'd love to blame it on it. That is a fault in the ridiculous law. So essentially, he has to head the ball because the late flags with VAR mean that Salah probably scores if he doesn't, albeit it may get given offside afterwards. Defenders don't want to take that chance, so he has to go for the ball. Because he's misjudged it and made contact with it and played the ball, Salah, who is offside, is then onside. So there's two laws there working against each other that have left Toti Gomes in an awful position. Now the only way out of that is if he gets his header right. Of course it's a mistake, but he's got the header wrong and he's been punished for attempting to go for the ball, and that for me makes no sense. The law is upside down. It makes no sense to me. 9 changes for Wolves, and yet for me Lopetegui's out-thought clock today. Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely out-coached him on the pitch.
Yeah.
I've got fans singing Lopetegui throughout that tunnel. They are so invested in this, and so they should be, because that was a fantastic performance. Take away that, and that's the annoying thing for me, is take away the VAR situation. That was a superb effort from those players tonight. They dominated that game in large periods, and they're very unlucky to come away with 2-2. But some great periods of play.
Yeah, definitely. First 10 minutes a little bit shaky. You know, an early Johnny mistake. Toti gave a free kick away. There was a couple of nervy moments, giving the ball away quite regularly in defence, playing out from the back. But once all settled, I thought they played the fixture perfectly. The tactics were spot on. They were intense at the right moments. Joe Hodge, Lembikisa, Neves pressing it aggressively when they needed to, winning the ball back and counter-attacking perfectly. Adama Traore got into plenty of good positions. Guedes scored a good goal and worked hard. Jimenez, I thought, looked a lot sharper than he has done previously. Nouri, I really liked out on the left wing actually until he moved back into left wing back. Lots and lots of positives, and tactically Wolves were spot on and should really have got into the break 1-0 up, albeit Collins has made an error with his clearance, and then Lembikisa hasn't tracked back in time.
Yeah, look, and then Wolves score again. I guess slightly fortuitously for Hwang as well.
A little bit, yeah.
But great, the away end, 6,000 going absolutely mental. I guess the last thing Wolves needed was an extra game, but at the same time, you know, they'll enjoy it, and hopefully they'll take confidence from this. They can play against the best players in the world. Liverpool went full strength today. Van Dijk injury aside, that was their full strength lineup pretty much. Okay, there's a couple of players that are injured, but that was a great effort. And look, going into what is now a massive week for this football club.
Yeah, we keep saying it, every week, every game, Wolves seem to be getting better under Lopetegui. They made 9 changes tonight, and I feel like they took another step forward. And that, for me, is the most important thing. They could have lost this 2-0, 3-2 tonight, but if that performance taking a step forward, I think, is the most important thing. Regardless of what happens in the replay, again, I think you'll make a lot of changes in that game. Going into an important week, the Carabao Cup quarter final on Wednesday, and of course West Ham at Molyneux on Saturday. 2 too big a game now to focus on, and I think the team's in a really good place. And even the players that came off the bench, Hwang, Cunha, Nunez, made an impact.
Yeah.
So that's the most promising thing. The players, individuals that haven't been performing well, Guedes, for example, did well, and then everything else went well.
Liverpool 2, Wolves 2. For the post-match reaction, make sure you log on to expressthestart.com.